Am I good enough or am I looking pretty enough?
Social media and insecurity. How do you deal with insecurity?
So, टंगा होता कि इसकी हाइट बड़ी हुई थी छोटी रह गई है.
I was afraid of wearing shorts. Sharukh Khan had imposter syndrome.
Michelle Obama, he also has imposter syndrome.
You are allowed to cry here.
What's up, guys? I'm Advika.
And I'm Akshaj.
And we welcome you all to Two Sides of a Coin. Yay! Okay.
Guys, by the way, our lighting has got a little bit better, as you can see. The last time the neon sign was too bright for the camera to capture. Yeah. And if you guys have any suggestions on how we can improve our background, just let us know.
Not just background, but anything. We have been thinking about making the space, giving it a little changes. We're still making some thoughts about it, so you can comment down or just let us know on Instagram what all do you think we can change.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about what's been going on, that deep things that we both have been talking about.
So what has been going on, Advika?
Okay, so basically, guys, I feel like I'm sick of saying कि हमारे exams आ रहे हैं क्योंकि मैं 10 बार बोल चुकी हूँ हर episode में. It starts with this.
Guys, बहुत ज़्यादा close exams up. They are right 3 days.
And look at us making a podcast here as if आने ही नहीं वाले.
Yeah, we're gonna edit it too. It's not that simple.
Yeah, so basically, anyways, so it all started with a lunch. Okay. Basically, I was having lunch in mess and I was talking to one of our batchmates, obviously won't name her, but we were talking about kiska kitna course bacha hai and how are things going on, exams are next week, what's happening. And obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna blame her because we all say कि हमारा बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चा है, and it's just an instinct, especially with इतना बड़ा syllabus. You can just never say कि हाँ मेरा हो गया. But anyways, she was talking about मेरा इतना बच्चा है and I don't know मैं कैसे करूँगी, but this and this is still left. And I was not telling her, but I was like, bro, अगर इसका बच्चा है, how the hell am I gonna be able to do it? मैं कैसे, अगर ये इंसान जो मुझे पता है regularly पढ़ती है, if she is thinking she's not gonna pass, there is no way on this earth कि I can. And I was crying about, not literally crying, but I was like, Akshaj, I don't know हम कैसे pass हो रहे हैं, and what is happening, Akshaj, अब क्या होगा, and stuff.
I just gave her some validation.
Pep talk.
You have been doing it for 2 years already. You're good at managing time and we have been acing our exams up till now, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess नहीं. आपको 3 HD आई है तो. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, basically it's just been happening from the past 3 years. It's not like मैं ये पहली बार सोच रही थी कि I'm gonna fail and अगर ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि इनसे नहीं होगा तो मुझसे कैसे होगा. But it was just a reflection of my self-doubt and my academic insecurities. कि these guys are better than me, these guys have been working harder than me, so then how am I supposed to? And so many thoughts comes up especially when you're talking about insecurities. Mm-hmm. There are just so many thoughts that we both talk about. One-sided talks hote usually.
Kuch bhi.
But today we thought to be vulnerable, right?
Yeah, so today we thought that we were talking about insecurities, a very vulnerable, soft topic to be discussed on internet, to be honest. But
yeah, I personally never thought I would be talking about this because it's scary because first of all मैं खुद ही अभी इसके साथ I haven't accepted it अभी तक I'm still struggling with it. If someone talks about it, someone comments about it, then it would just affect me more, right? So it's just a thing. I feel a lot of people इसलिए don't talk about it, but we thought
yeah, we will obviously talk about it because it's two sides of a coin. We love to talk about stuff like this.
Okay, so let's start about what do you think insecurity is? What would you say?
I never thought about it, but basically insecurity, in and security, we can separate it. So something or some person or some qualities that make us not so sure about ourselves. Yeah. I think something like that.
Not comfortable, not secure in...
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. I feel the way I took it, I was thinking about it. I never thought what insecurity is. But then when we decided we were going to be talking about this, I was like, okay, so what is insecurity actually? And I classified them into two things. One, insecurity is classified into two things. One is things which you came with birth and you basically cannot change them. So like congenital.
Oh my god, Dr. Advika. Congenital.
But basically, yeah, like which came with
Okay, so
birth.
let me guess the second one would be
Acquired,
acquired.
yeah.
Okay, so congenital insecurities and
And
acquired
acquired insecurities,
insecurities.
basically things you adapt because of you growing up listening to what the societal norms are, or people just imposing you ki, this is the way the thing has to be, and this is what the society has set the standards at. So those insecurities, and then obviously the ones we came up with. I think before we dive deep into the whole topic, I
Okay,
think
okay.
we should talk about our insecurities, or how we have been going through it, how we found or did not find a way out of it, right? So I think you
Okay.
should go first.
Uh, so I do not generally face a lot of insecurities, but I think when I was in class fifth or sixth, maybe around 10 years back, then the thing is I had very hairy legs, to be honest. It may sound funny, but yeah, I had hairy legs, so I was afraid of wearing shorts. And I was actually good in sports, especially football. But for playing football, you had to wear shorts and studs. So I was actually a little insecure about wearing them, so I never went to practice. I mean, at that time, I never thought about it like it would be an insecurity or something. But now, when I think about it retrospectively, I think it could have been an insecurity.
This is just a sensitive topic. I can like already sense that I'm probably gonna cry in this one. I
But
might cry, guys.
but the thing is, I never thought about it, and maybe just due to passage of time, I gradually let it go.
So like you are not insecure about it now.
No, I'm not really insecure about it right now. I mean, I saw people with hairy legs, and we had a hairy leg competition, and by the way, I won by a big margin. But sooner or later, I started wearing shorts, and now I'm really comfortable
Yeah,
with them.
now though he does that a lot.
No, I really
so.
thought that I have been missing on shorts for a decade.
Oh.
That really sounds sad,
I
but
feel so happy that you overcame it, because like I know a lot of people have this insecurity, especially girls
I think
with body hair when it comes to it.
that's true. That's true.
I mean,
Alright.
I though don't.
What about you? What
I mean,
insecurities?
oh my
What
god.
insecurities are you gonna share? I really want to hear them.
I have so many, so like we can have a full list going on. But okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cry.
Spicy
Okay,
things
so
are coming.
basically, it just I've never had an insecurity that, like I've never had an insecurity where it was like from birth, other than height. But then again, height was not my insecurity, which I was like, like it wasn't कि मैं पैदा हुई and it was an insecurity. It was people telling me कि तू इतनी छोटी है, like you should increase your height. Like it obviously starts with your own family saying it, and then the neighbors and the society. ये इसको दूध पिलाओ, इसको टंगाओ ताकि इसकी height बढ़ी हो, इतनी छोटी रह गई है.
That
and
is such a
all.
common Indian household thing कि इसको टंगा दो ये लंबी हो जाएगी.
Oh my god. एक वो भी था कि इसके ऊपर से मतलब don't cross the
हाँ,
legs.
I actually follow that कि अगर
What?
पैरों के ऊपर से चले जाओ तो लंबे नहीं होते. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So these were the things. But then like इसलिए I never felt like छोटे हो तो like who cares? Like it's not like I mean I don't see as such perks of being tall other than जब कुछ होता तो तुम्हें bend करना पड़ता है. Like there are just so many cons of it.
Why
But
are you crying though?
I'm not crying right now.
Guys, if you are watching it on YouTube, I
Like,
think you
abhi
may
I'm
be able
genuinely
to see
not
it.
crying. Don't worry, guys. I am going to, but abhi I'm not. But anyways, yeah. So, इसलिए I just never like felt it my thing. But yeah, I was a lot into sports. I've done karate professionally. I've done swimming professionally, and obviously in those sports you need height. Like people who are tall have an advantage, no doubt. So that is when I was like, maybe I should have been taller. Maybe maybe being tall is actually a good thing. And then I became so insecure. I'm not even kidding. I would go on the internet and I would like search up all these famous celebrities. For example, Ariana Grande's height, Taylor Swift's height, and like literally every famous person, and just compare ki, can you be successful if you're short? So basically when I saw Ariana's height is like a little less than me, I was like, okay, so you don't really have to be tall to be successful. But like that got into my head that much. Not just that, even with the whole body shape, I have gone through so many body shapes and like stuff and all. So going when you turn into a bigger size, people do notice that obviously when. But the thing is, जब मैं मोटी हो रही थी, even उस time people were like, okay, guy, like you need to, you know, work out a little more, eat a little less and all. And then the funny part is, जब मैं पतली हो रही थी, people were concerned, इसको खिला क्यों नहीं रहा हो ये like I was like, I remember my mom taking me to a doctor to show me if all my hormones are fine or
I know
not.
this. You sent me the.
Yeah. So I basically feel the day, like when I think about it retrospectively, I genuinely feel. Guys, fuck. It's just so personal.
It's okay. Don't cry.
I just genuinely feel it starts from your own personal space, which could include your close friends or your family or your teachers and all. It just starts from there. Because. Oh my god. Because, like,
It's okay. This is a safe space. You are allowed to cry here.
it's just always, it just starts from there. And then so many inner critical voices develop for everything. For example, okay, am I good enough, or am I looking pretty enough, or am I confident enough? Like, I'm literally thinking about if I'm confident enough, or if I am entertaining enough, you know.
Mhm.
It's just that enough word turns into everything you do. Is this enough? Or I don't know if I'm working hard enough and all. So it just goes from there.
Yeah, I have a solution for this thing that you mentioned about your inner critical voice. Because I'm sure everyone goes through this. Whenever you are doing any random thing, the inner voice would always be there, and it would be like, "Ki, are you confident enough?" Question mark. So I think you can look it as if you are having an argument with your friend or your acquaintance, and then you can actually have a debate in your mind. And if you will slowly start questioning the inner critical voice, someday you will actually win. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मुझे जाके किसी रैंडम मन से बात करनी है फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम द इन वॉइस वुड बी लाइक यार तू कैसे बात करेगा देखो तो बात करनी नहीं तू तो फट्टू है बट इफ़ आई हैव डन दैट फॉर 4-5 times द नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन आई वुड थिंक अबाउट इट आई माई सेल्फ वुड बी डिबेटिंग दैट कि इतनी बार तो कर चुका कोई बड़ी बात थोड़ी है सो द इनर वॉइस वुड बी विद मी इंस्टेड ऑफ अगेंस्ट मी
I mean, I get that, but like, it's not 4 to 5 times. I like just to let you guys know. In reality, it will never be key you're fighting with yourself 4 to 5 times. It is probably going to be 1,000 times, and it will mess you up because you know if even when you're fighting with your inner critical voice, what you're actually thinking is, why am I even thinking this? Like, why am I dumb enough to think ki I cannot talk to a person? Like, aisa kya ho jayega? It's not like they're gonna be like, I don't want to talk to you. You know that, but still you're thinking ki, you know, I'm just such a socially awkward person. Though. But the way I would say is embrace it. Basically, accept it. Number one, ki you're socially awkward, and then embrace it. Okay, I'm fine. I am like I'm just gonna go there, probably do something awkward, and then they would know I'm awkward. But usse kya ho jayega? It is me. So why do I have to be ashamed of it? No, two people can be same, right? And not just that. I feel like if you look at your weaknesses or your insecurities as a challenge or basically as something to embrace, like just accept it, you know, this is good about me. For example, my height, let's say 5'2", right, whatever. But if you just look at it, ki I'm short and that's fine, I look cute or something. Like, I know I look cute is such a basic thing.
But you do look cute though.
Oh, thank you. You're just trying to make me like feel better, but okay. But yeah, so basically just think about things in a better way. Talk your insecurities, talk to them in a way where it feels okay. Like, it's not a bad thing. Basically, talk to yourself and treat yourself kindly. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to your favorite person, you know. For example, if you love your mom, like everyone loves their mom, right? And if she's saying you ki, I don't know if I'm good enough, I don't know if I'm a good enough mother, I don't know if I'm doing enough for my family, what would you tell them? Obviously you would tell them, no, you are the best mother and we love you and you are doing more than enough for us, right? You need to talk to yourself like that. Tell yourself ki you are enough, and what you're doing, if you really know that's enough. Obviously agar tum kaam chor ho, then that voice would always be, but if you work hard and you really believe in that, then you will start to answer your inner critical voice.
Wow, damn, you said a lot. I mean,
Okay.
We were talking about embracing, so I would also like to say that embrace individuality.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like 99.9% of me, her, you, and everyone else is same, which is
Mm-hmm.
DNA. But the 0.1% has such a major impact on all of us that we are so different in every aspect. So I think comparison should not be done with anyone else, because you are who you are. One more important thing would be to stop giving a shit what people think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who told me this, but there is a story stuck in my mind that there was a gadha,
Gadha.
yeah, on a
Donkey.
donkey, a old man and his son. तो वो तीन लोग जा रहे थे और
Oh, I've heard this. But
या
okay,
तो
go
एक
on.
बार एक डोंकी पहले there was three scenarios. In the first scenario, the old man was sitting on a donkey and the son was walking. So all three of them
Hmm.
were going and people were like कि कैसा बाप है अपने बच्चे को चढ़ा रहा
Hmm.
है, बच्चा चल रहा है खुद गधे पे बैठा हुआ है.
Hmm.
And the second scenario was that the son was sitting on a donkey and the old man was walking. Then people were also talking कि कैसा बच्चा है अपने बूढ़े बाप को चला रहा है. And the
Hmm.
third one was कि all of them were walking. Then also people were like कि का अजीब लोग है, डोंग गधा है तो उस तो तब भी कोई नहीं बैठ रहा है. So people will always say stuff.
Yeah, that is true. And I've also heard this thing, and it is so true ki you need to keep yourself first and stop thinking about what people are thinking. But more importantly, to be very honest with adulting, I've learned ki people are not thinking about you. They have just so many things going in their own lives, which
That's
is
true. That's true.
probably they're also thinking ki what will other people think. They have so many things going on, and in that thing no one will be thinking कि अगर ये मुझसे भी बात आके करेगा तो क्या मुझे अजीब लगेगा कि like no one cares. Everyone wants to live the way they want to live, so just start living the way you want to live without judging other people, and you will find the same thing happening for you. You know, have you heard about imposter syndrome?
I think I have heard a lot of celebrities had imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I was seeing a short reel that Sharukh Khan had imposter syndrome
Yeah.
and Deepika Padukone also had.
Do you know what imposter syndrome is?
Uh, I think it's the feeling of not feeling that you are deserving of
Yeah.
something that you have worked hard for, but you do not believe that you are deserving of that.
So basically, this one YouTuber who is literally my favorite YouTuber, who's also one of the reasons why I started YouTube and I believed in myself. I saw one of her videos in which she was talking about her having imposter syndrome, where basically she felt that whatever she has is not what she deserved. She was into a good law college, and she felt ki I don't really deserve this law university. You know, there are better people than me who might deserve this. And I felt like, wait, this person who I literally think is perfect,
Mm-hmm.
if she thinks she's not good enough, like I really want to go up and tell her I love you and I don't think you should be thinking about this. But then obviously in my mind I was like, I feel the same way. Like, you
Whom
know,
are we talking about though?
we're talking about Eve Cornwell. Like, she is my favorite. Like,
Okay,
was
okay.
she's not into YouTube much now. I've seen a lot of famous people and a lot of success. I don't think we should say famous. I think we should say successful people having imposter syndrome. Like Michelle Obama had imposter syndrome. So I was listening to this interview of Michelle Obama, and she's talked about it a lot. Basically, she also has imposter syndrome. And Michelle Obama, the way she said that she dealt with it is by telling herself that I'm gonna let my work speak for me. So even if I'm black, maybe not have the advantage of white people, but I'm gonna work harder and make my work speak. You know, she does deserve this school because she is working hard and she's getting all these things and that and that. So yeah, I think once you have imposter syndrome, you would strive to do good, because every time you would feel you're not enough, you would be like, you know what, I want to be good enough, I'll work harder. And I feel that is why imposter syndrome is also linked to being successful. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, there would always be a flip side to this. If you
Yeah.
have a imposter syndrome to such an extent, such an what do we call it?
Extent.
So yeah, such an extent that I think it may affect your mental health somehow,
It does. It definitely does.
and you may like spiral into a downfall. I think.
It could happen, but then most of the times, yeah, okay, so here's the thing. If your insecurity or if your imposter syndrome is not letting you get better opportunities. Yeah, it's not letting you grab those opportunities. For example, grab a promotion or, do something because of your inner critical voice, then that's super wrong and you should definitely fight against it. But if your inner critical voice is making you work harder, if it's making you feel ki I have to work harder because if I'm not good enough, then when will be I good enough? When I work harder, when I get this and all in that.
No, I personally know someone who was battling imposter syndrome and he was on a downfall, right?
Who?
So, why would I name him? Yeah,
Okay.
so I will share what he did. What he did was that he had uh, alarms, or what do we call it? Alarms where the text was written, I am enough. And he
Oh,
had them, yeah,
reminders.
reminders at every hourly reminders which said, I am enough. And as
Oh
soon as he
my
woke up,
god.
he also read it 5 times and spoke it loudly and confidently. That really
Wow.
helped him.
Yeah, again, self affirmations and positive
Yeah, guys,
affirmations.
you are enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think the role of social media is in this, in the whole thing?
I think we should leave this question for the coin corner because we have asked the same question there.
Okay, so let's move on.
To we are bringing back coin corner, by the
A
way.
lot of you guys like really wanted it back, and you were like, please bring back Coin Corner. So now moving on to
Coin
Coin
corner.
Corner.
Coin corner. Coin corner is where we beforehand release questions on our Instagram page, which is two sides of a coin underscore podcast, and we want your opinions and experiences regarding the topics, and then we play them on our podcast so that your views can be heard by everyone. And the questions we asked this time was social media and insecurities, and how
Hmm.
do you deal with insecurities.
Okay.
So let's move on to the first recording.
Hey Advika and Akshat. So my opinion on your topic is yes, mostly teens get this insecurities by, like seeing social media because they think it's a perfect life for everybody out there. Like वो जो करते हैं वो उनकी लाइफ जो परफेक्ट होती है दैट लाइक हम अपने आप से कंपेयर करते कि हमारी लाइफ इतनी गंदी है उनकी लाइफ कितनी अच्छी है उनका फ़िक्र कितना अच्छा है बट हमें ये वी डोंट नो कि उनके लाइफ में उतनी ही इनसिक्योरिटीज़ है उतना ही डिप्रेशन है उतना ही स्ट्रेस है जितना हमारे लाइफ में दे जस्ट डोंट शो इट दे जस्ट शो द फेक पार्ट ऑफ द life they have. So one should not get insecure with what people is putting on social media, and my way of dealing with this insecurities is like I just don't care. I know कि उनका भी ज़िंदगी ऐसा ही रहेगा जैसा मेरा है. If I'm struggling, they're also struggling. So
So she was talking about how social media has affected her insecurities.
I feel like I understand what she's saying, and the thing what she's saying, about the internet and all, I feel like I'm also a part of it. But I just really want you to know it's not all what you see. What we show you is,
Only the best part. It's like
yeah,
only the tip of the iceberg.
yeah, and like probably 30 minutes of our day, or like a day from a week, or like the best parts of a week. And just to judge someone on that is so, like, wrong. Like, it's just not justified for yourself as well. Coming from the other, like, for me also, when I was from the audience part, I always felt ki people's life is just people's lives are just so perfect, and they have everything together, they know what productivity is and all. Now coming from the other side, I just feel we're all the same. It's just a side that we want to show you, a side that we know people want to see, and also the best part of our lives. I feel we should make a full topic on the reality of this, because like I would love to talk about it and love to tell you what the real things are. But yeah, so like don't feel alone, or don't feel ki this is the way and people have their lives together and you don't have it together, because to be very honest, no one has it together. Like no matter whoever I talk to, no one knows the shit that they are going through. They're just trying to show you that, we have it together, but they really don't.
Hi Advika and Akshat. First of all, you guys are doing great, and I did learn many things from your podcast series. So, how I deal with my insecurities are I acknowledge my insecurities, which means recognizing and accepting that I have areas of self doubt, vulnerability, or feelings of inadequacy. It involves being honest with myself about the aspects of my life. So for this, I actually follow two methods. One is self-reflection, which is the time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and to be open on understanding and exploring the areas where I lack confidence or experience self-doubt. The second method is that identify specific insecurities, which is trying to pinpoint the specific areas or aspects of my life that trigger feelings of insecurity. It could be related to my appearance, abilities, intelligence, social interactions, relationship, or any other personal factors. So I hope these methods will help people who deal with insecurities.
I feel like our audience are like therapists. But yeah, I mean, again, accepting it and then working on it is something I feel we all should learn. First, accept it and pinpoint it ki where the problem is coming from. Probably some childhood trauma, but yeah, and just pinpointing it and then telling you ki, I'm better than this. I don't. And self-reflection is such an important thing. Obviously, yes, I feel like journalism is talked a lot, but communication and talking isn't. For example, Priyanka Chopra, I heard a lot of interviews, guys. But anyways, so Priyanka Chopra told ki the way she deals with her insecurities is by communicating it with and sharing it with people who she trusts, that close circle.
Vulnerability, right?
Yeah, being vulnerable, but again, to just some people who are close to you. And you know what she said is that your self-doubts are like monsters and you have to win against them. You cannot let them win. So what these monsters want is that you don't share about them to anyone and you keep them in the dark. But once you're like, you know what, I don't really care about you that much, I'm gonna go and share about this to my mom or to my husband or anyone and talk about it, and then the monsters will be like, okay, she probably is strong enough to talk about it, we should just not bother her that much. So that's how you should fight with through your insecurities.
I actually take some of my insecurities as a competition, and that really helps me.
Yeah.
I will like, तूने ये कैसा सोच लिया कि मैं कर ही नहीं सकता, तो I would definitely do it just to prove myself wrong.
And I've seen this with Akshash, guys. This is very true.
And it's fun. It's like a game going on with myself.
It's really impressive, actually.
Okay, moving on to the next recording.
Okay, so there's this practice that I like to do, and it may sound silly, but it works. You know yourself better than anyone else, so you just need to look in deep enough and you will know the words that you need to hear and how you'd like to hear them. So go in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and tell yourself those words. We need to love all our versions, no matter how imperfect they may seem in our mind. Have your own back, be on your own side. Holding on to all that negativity is just gonna make you miss out on the positives. And even if you cannot see them, there are positives. Be fair to yourself. The world is already unfair enough.
Wow, I feel motivated by her speech.
Oh my god, we should have her on this podcast. But for real, this is so true. Ki no one knows you better than yourself, and no one really can say the words that you really want to hear. For a lot of times when I feel down and I expect ki this person would say what I want to listen, but many times it's not. And many times when I talk to myself and tell them it to me is just so much better. And that's a really good way to go through or have conversations by just talking to yourself.
I think self-reflection is the best way of self-growth. Just talk to yourself. No one knows you better than yourself, right?
True. Okay, guys, so that was it for Coin Corner. We always love your opinions, and sometimes I feel like, damn, they just said it better than us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna be moving on to
Rapid
Rapid Fire.
Hey guys, so we are gonna have a mutual agreement on who's gonna go first.
I think last time I went first, so this time I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. So Advika, are you ready for the nerve-wracking, mind-boggling, thought-provoking questions that I have written?
Okay.
So the first question is, with respect to self-esteem, which carries more weight? External validation or self-approval?
Self-approval, for sure.
Okay. So the next one is, face fears head-on or take small steps to overcome insecurities?
Face fears head on.
Head on.
Yeah, I mean, it might be scary, but taking small steps से बहुत ही धीरे धीरे काम होगा. But facing your fears would make you, once you face them, you would be like, ये इसमें डरने की क्या बात
You know,
थी?
I believe in head on, but I thought you will be answering small steps, to be honest.
I feel small steps is a comfort zone, but I would definitely prefer एक बारी में उसे खत्म करना.
Okay, guys, you heard it here on Two Sides of a Coin the first time. That Advika is ready to face fears head on. So we are going to take her to a horror movie next.
No, no, that is not an insecurity.
So the next question
That
is
kind of is, but okay.
individuality or conformity, which is more important for a positive self-image?
Conformity क्या होता
It's
है?
basically conforming to the religious beliefs or the norms that society has set up.
और पहले क्या था?
Individuality.
Individuality. Obviously, like I don't. Obviously, individuality. Why would you want to listen to the world to turn self-confident?
Some people like find it comfortable to be.
It is comfortable, but you will never be able to self-love because day by day लोगों के social norms change होते हैं. क्या standard है, that changes. Do you know पहले dark circles were like a bad thing, and now TikTok has made it into a good thing.
What?
Yeah, people are like using makeup to make dark circles, and
That is not true.
that is true.
Internet is actually pretty weird.
So like people would obviously have different standards every day. So just accept yours and love yourself.
Next one is self-love or self-improvement. Which mindset is essential for overcoming insecurities?
For overcoming, damn, this is hard.
That's what she said.
I would say self-improve. Oh my god. I would say self-improvement, but to be honest, I would go for self-care. Self-love.
Self-love, yeah.
Yeah, self-love.
Okay, so living without fear or living without regret, what would you prefer?
Without fear, maybe. I would prefer that. Yeah. I would.
Guys, by the way, a short story that I definitely have been true to myself that I have zero regrets.
Yeah, I know.
I
that.
decided it in I guess 5th class, and from that onwards, every decision I took complete responsibility for that, and so I have zero regrets, and it really pays off.
Nice.
Yep. Just try that. Be true to yourself.
Okay, and now it's my turn.
Okay, bring it on.
Okay, let's go with the first question. If you could attend an insecurity Olympics where everyone competes in showcasing their insecurities, would you participate? Or like, if you do, which area would you participate in?
And Olympics about showcasing insecurities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to participate just to have some fun.
But like, in which area? Which part would you participate in?
Hairy legs.
I knew it, but okay. Would you rather prioritize self-care by taking a long vacation or invest in professional development to overcome imposter syndrome?
I think the vacation thing.
Really? Why?
Because I love to travel. That is why.
And you also don't have imposter syndrome. So you really won't care. But okay. Would you rather always be surrounded by people who make you feel insecure or be completely alone but feel secure in yourself?
I think completely alone, but be secure of myself. Because I don't actually give a shit what people think.
How... Okay, be honest. You have to be honest.
Okay.
How often do you compare yourself to other people?
How often do I compare
Be
myself
honest.
to other people? I think maybe once or twice a day. Not more than that.
Really? Once or twice a day?
Yeah.
Damn.
But whatever I do, it actually motivates me. It's like that kind of comparison.
Who do you compare
If
yourself
he can do it, then
to?
obviously I can do it because I'm better than them.
मुझसे करते हो compare?
I mean, there's no comparison between us.
Exactly, there is no. Okay. How...
Wait, I want you to answer that too. How many times do you compare yourself?
I think same, like once a day, maybe.
What? I don't think so.
Yeah, because I really don't like.
Or I think you compare yourself on social media a lot.
Yeah.
I think it should be at least 1 lakh times a day.
Not 1 lakh, but yeah, maybe twice a day.
No.
To be honest, I really don't do it more than that because I don't really think about things that much now. Like, after coming to this side, whenever I see someone and I feel like they're so perfect, I tell myself, bro, people think you are so perfect. Are you perfect? And I'm like, no. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure she is not good at something that I'm good at, or like some way or the other. But I just know it now that people on the internet are just showing the perfect side of them. So that's why I just don't compare now. Would you rather always feel confident in social situations but constant self-doubt when you're alone, or feel secure in solitude but struggle with confidence in social settings?
I think the one which said being confident when you're alone, because I need to be true to
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
If I'm not comfortable with myself, what would I even do in a situation where other people are involved?
True.
I mean, the questions are too easy this time, Advika. You have to work harder next time.
I was gonna say that's all,
Okay.
but
That's too
okay.
short.
Yeah, I just kept them less this time.
It's okay.
Okay,
Okay, guys. Okay.
okay,
Okay,
guys, and
guys.
we really
We really
hope.
hope you liked this episode.
Okay,
Okay,
guys,
guys.
we
We
really
really
hope
hope
that
you
you
liked
liked
this
this episode.
episode.
If you did, make sure to let us know in the YouTube comment section and also by liking and subscribing.
And you can follow us on Instagram at the rate two sides of a coin underscore podcast. And our episodes are available on all the major platforms, be it,
Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, you name it, we're there.
yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in our next episode. Make sure you comment what do you want it to be
Guys, just
about.
wish best of luck for exams.
Yeah, let's just have a lot of best of luck comment spam in the comments.
Yep, that's it.
Good night. Bye bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.